The feds are 100 preparing to charge Lil Durk with more murders. They just made a couple of chess moves right in front of our eyes that a lot of us missed. But Lil Durk and them didn't miss it, and they caught it. And they're moving rapidly to make sure the feds don't pull a fast one on them. But I'll be real, I don't think there's anything Lil Durk can do right now, bro. Lil Durk is absolutely...
What's good, people? Your boy JOFUNDME, and we back with another video for y'all today. We got Durk update. Let's get it.
On top of the murder charges, Lil Durk is already fighting.
I think Durk been cooked because for the amount of time they couldn't get him in jail like they wanted him, obviously they did, I'm sure they've been building a case forever. Forever. Even though it could go either way, we gonna see.
For the murder of Quando Ronald's cousin, Lil Durk.
Let me know what you think down below.
Name has been linked to the murder of a Chicago man called Stephen Mack for a while now. But this week is the first time we're actually seeing a law enforcement agency making active moves to charge Lil Durk with this murder. They brought up the murder of Stephen Mack when Lil Durk was first indicted, but Lil Durk has a great relationship with the city of Chicago, more specifically the mayor. So Lil Durk reached out, his lawyers reached out to the city, and the city was able to issue a statement saying they have no intentions, no plans on charging Lil Durk with this murder. So the fast...
See, my thing is, why do all of that and try to get lawyers and fight this case, that, and the third to come out and do the same shit? Because it's not like you about to change your life around. You know what I mean? Especially for the fact that you probably can't just, you know, get out or get away just like that and turn your life around. Who knows? You know what I mean? Because of what you may have already done that may come back to get you. Who knows, man? So what's I guess this is a part of the game.
Said, oh, really?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't understand
it. We believe the murder of Stephen Mack was committed in aid of racketeering, so that's federal. So we're going to start doing our own investigation here. And what we're seeing is they're strategically setting up certain pieces to make sure Lil Durk, before trial starts, gets charged with this murder. But before we get there, let's talk about the Stephen Mack murder, how he was murdered, and why the feds is linking Lil Durk to this murder. Two individuals was waiting outside of a youth peace center, and as Stephen Mack exited the youth peace center, they hunt.
Look how crazy it is that he's looking around because he know what time it is. Like, who the hell want to live like that, bruh? Hell nah. I'd rather be, if I got to choose between being... Actually, nah, I wouldn't even say it. I wouldn't even say it. But who the hell want to live like this, bro?
Hunted him down and shot and killed him. They literally hunted this man down, chased him the length of a football field in the snow.
Damn.
Now, obviously, I'm not going to play this man gruesome murder because despite his life decisions, this is still somebody's son, somebody's brother, somebody's boyfriend, somebody's father. But this was as gruesome as it gets. And when one person is chasing Stephen Mack like in the snow down the field, another shooter is shooting at the youth peace center because people are poking their head out the door. Before we even touch on the exact moves the feds have made,
so they trying
to make sure they're charging Lil Durk with murder. If you're still confused as to why Lil Durk is even being connected to this, how does two random dudes on camera killing this random dude, how does this tie back to Lil Durk? How do they know it ties back to Lil Durk? Well, let's slow it down for a second, and let me bring in
slow it down.
So old Flacco can explain to you
exactly
why the feds are tying this to Lil Durk.
Old Flacco in the building.
The guy on your left is Anthony Montgomery. The guy on your right is Preston Powell. These two dudes were responsible for the death of the Smashville GD leader, Stephen Mack. What the feds will claim is after Lil Durk's brother D-Thing was murdered, Lil Durk became bloodthirsty. He put a bag on any and every GD in Chicago's head. He wanted them gone. According to an informant, at the time that Stephen Mack passed away, he was the respected leader of the Smashville GDs. So this was the perfect candidate to send a message to the city after Lil Durk's brother D-Thing got killed. This right here is the suspected killer of Lil Durk's brother D-Thing. Now you're probably asking yourself, Flacco, why don't Durk just get him? He's currently in jail for a double homicide, bro. All right, so even if Durk...
It looks like the tattoo says paranoid. That's exactly the life they live, bro. Every single day. No thank you. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I like the life that I live. Hell no.
He can. Feds will claim that Lil Durk got Stephen Mack hit, not only because Stephen Mack was a GD, but Stephen Mack was also really close with the alleged killer. So CHS1 has reported that Lil Durk was and still is offering money for people to kill those responsible for his brother's murder, and more specifically, offering to pay money for any GD that is killed. CHS1 has also indicated that D-Thing was killed by members of Dump Street. According to CHS1, Dump Street is a GD faction on the south side of Chicago. According to CHS1, Dump Street member Individual A was a close associate of Mac. According to law enforcement records, Individual A is currently in pre-trial custody.
See, so they don't even gotta be involved, you know, in that specific incident. They just gotta be hanging around them or in the wrong place, the right place at the wrong time type shit. Like, or they've seen you hanging with them, and yeah, man.
For allegedly committing a double murder that took place at a
crazy
country club
work,
Hills,
B.
Illinois.
Nah,
and,
man.
That's the dude that we just showed you. Lil Durk hasn't been charged with the
Nah,
Stephen Mack murder, obviously, because they don't have enough to charge him. But what exactly do they have, and what's keeping them motivated?
That's why I feel like even back then when there was every time something goes down, bro, they want the big fish. At the moment, he's the one in the spotlight. He's the one who has the most money compared to his friends who doesn't rap or anything like that, probably, right? Allegedly. So he's the big one, the big fish. That's what they want. So I'm sure they've been building the case every time they get a chance, every little evidence they get, just to get him basically to never come out of jail, bro. I bet you.
Further this investigation to try to tie Lil Durk to this. So after Montgomery and Powell murdered Stephen Mack, Powell was not really connected to Durk. Montgomery was the one that had the OTF and Durk connection. So Powell trying to get paid, he trying to get his money. So Powell's texting Montgomery, bro, what's up with OTF? And Montgomery responded back, nothing. Right? Because why you texting?
Yeah, and they got the text messages and everything.
Right? So then Powell said, what you mean? They not paying? Montgomery texted back, we waiting. He come up here on the 17th. Durk had a show on the 17th, and he also filmed a music video on the 17th. The 17th came. Powell texted, stand on that. Why you with Durk now? So he's saying, bruh, if we ain't get paid, why you with Durk now?
He said, he didn't say them, he said nem. Durk and them. That's what his shit. Oh,
so then he texted him again. Did Durk gave you that money?
Why you with
Montgomery
Durk
is a slimy dude, and he did Powell
Slimer.
dirty, and we're gonna break that down shortly. But texting about compensation for open murder ain't the dumbest thing these two dudes did, bruh.
Facts.
Yo, I'm not sure if Lil Durk employed these dudes directly.
I know,
if
bro.
the bag was just up there. And
but then again, it's like this. Like, how you can't expect nothing more from a crash out, right? If that's all they do, right? If they'll do it for money and all these things. Like, you can't expect them to have brains and, to have, what is it? You can't expect them to be a crash out and to have brains. Now, some crash outs do have that, but that's like on a different level of crashing out. Whereas, you won't have a choice. But in this case, they ready. Go do this. I'm gonna put a bag on this one's head. I'm gonna give you this amount. All right, let's go. They don't care. They ain't thinking about shit else. Their families, nothing, bruh. Jail. They don't give a damn. So we can't expect them to be smart, whereas they would think about, maybe I shouldn't send this on a text message. They don't know. They ain't got no brain cells, bruh.
They went ahead and got it done themselves. But these two dudes are the dumbest criminals I've ever seen. Maybe not Powell. Montgomery is the dumbest. So Montgomery and Powell waited in the parking lot in their black Chrysler, waited for Stephen Mack to walk past him to go to his vehicle. Once his back is turned, they hopped out and killed him. So after they killed him, they have a vehicle parked, by the way, right? They hopped out the vehicle to do it. The vehicle is parked. These two dudes left the vehicle parked, panicked, and ran off after committing a murder. Not drive off.
How, bruh? You gangster. Why are you running? What are you running from? The same gun you used, you could use it for any other reason that you're scared, right? Cops, whoever getting it, right? Because you are gangster. That's what you claim to be, right? So I don't understand why you running from it. Running from what? You supposed to be tough. Shit don't make no sense. How is it that you gangster, but the real gangsters, you never really hear a squeak from them. You never really know who's who. You just see action with them, right? They don't care about. They will do the time. They will do deal with the consequences, right? You never really hear them running and shit like that. Like how y'all be running, barely know how to shoot a gun most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Shooting it the wrong way. Other people dying too. It's just, bruh.
Ran off on foot.
Y'all ain't meant for that life,
Once
bruh.
they got a few blocks down the way, right? They got away.
To be honest, you guys aren't meant for that type of life, bro. That so-called gangster life. You guys are just emotional, right? Real gangsters, it's more like an organization. It's like a whole world when they do what they do, right? Y'all in the streets with no guidance, emotional, and it's just hide and seek all day. Get back all day. Bro, what?
Montgomery realized he left his phone in the vehicle that they hopped out of to commit the murder. The vehicle that's on surveillance.
No brain cells,
y'all
bro.
hopping out and committing a murder, and you left your phone in the vehicle, and it gets dumber. Okay, so he thought.
He said He said it gets dumber.
Montgomery thought
Oh
that he
my gosh, bro.
was doing some type of
Dumb,
4D chess move.
Dumb and
Because
dumber.
45 minutes after the murder, he called AT&T to report his phone stolen. Yeah, yeah, okay, buddy. All right. His phone was in the vehicle because it was stolen. Man, cut it out, bruh. You would think this was a Lil Durk indictment because they brought a gang expert to testify that Lil Durk was confessing to the murder of Stephen Mack in the Aha song. Yo, bro, this Aha song got Lil Durk in a lot of trouble. Bro.
I didn't even hear that song yet. I probably got to go listen to that, bro.
Also mentioned in Quandarano's indictment.
Is that deep?
So it will say.
Let me know down below, y'all.
22nd, 2022.
Let me know if I should listen to that song, y'all. Let me know down below.
Durk released a song titled Aha after Stephen Mack was murdered. Now, the gang expert says that they believe the lyrics to this song can reasonably be interpreted to be references to Lil Durk having people killed. For example, in one portion of Aha, Lil Durk rapped, "We be sliding through they blocks, they don't know we have. Buddy, I got shot, and we ain't claim it, but I can show his eye." Now, based on a gang expert's training, he will say, based on my training and experience and knowledge of this investigation, I believe that these lyrics can reasonably be interpreted to be a reference to Mack's murder. After Mack was murdered, an unknown individual recorded YPC's, which was the youth center, surveillance video of the murder on what appears to have been a separate video recording device, possibly a cell phone, and they distributed the video to a lot of people, including Durk. Here's the filming of the music video. And you know who was in that music video? You know who Lil Durk put in the music video front row? He put Anthony Montgomery, the alleged killer of Stephen Mack. And you see Lil Durk circled in the middle and Montgomery is circled on your left. So you got lyrics that are expected or suspected to be about Stephen Mack, and then you have Stephen Mack killer in the video. Durk, this is...
It's like, if you don't care, why should anybody else care? You know what I'm saying? Why should anyone, you might as well, I get it. It is what it is, I guess, at the end of the day. The game is what the game is. So you're better off getting a lawyer like you are and fighting it. That's the best way, because there's no other way. There's no other way. Because if y'all didn't do stuff like this, they wouldn't know. A lot of evidence they wouldn't get. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes they make it obvious in their videos, and I get it, so that their op could know, hey, we talking to you. Everybody else might not know what's going on, and they got to figure it out from the text and whatever and the posts. But we know, you know what I'm talking about. So certain things like this, self-snitching, bro.
Self-snitching at levels I ain't never seen before, bro.
See?
You got to relax.
Self-snitching.
But the self-snitching don't stop here.
And to be honest, you only do certain things like that when you are emotional, bruh. Emotional. So regardless of how you may feel, you might be hurting, you cannot control it, so you do certain things. Some people could control it, keep it down. That don't mean they still won't get you. They gonna get you, but you would never know. You would never know. You won't see no little self-snitching going on, right? So
No. You know they gotta make it easy for the feds, bro. Anthony Montgomery, the suspected killer of Stephen Mack, he posted to his Facebook story. He posted a huge amount of money. Now, he don't have a job, he don't have a business, so where did he get this huge amount of money from? Well, the feds have an idea, because when he posted a picture with a huge amount of money, he had a song playing and lyrics appearing on the screen. Now, when you make a Facebook story, you actually choose what part of the song you want to appear on your screen. Anthony Montgomery chose those specific lyrics.
Dumb and dumber head ass.
We be sliding through the block and they don't know we have. So the killer that was in the AHA video with Lil Durk, the lyric that the feds pointed out that they believe is related to Stephen Mack, the suspected killer went from being in the music video to going on social media, posting a picture of himself holding up a lot of cash with the Lil Durk AHA playing in the background and those specific lyrics appearing on the screen. Boy, y'all gotta stop making it this easy for them folks, bro. Whole time Preston Powwow is waiting to get paid. Anthony Montgomery got paid and he stopped answering Preston Powwow calls, man. Anthony Montgomery was arrested for a state case before he was arrested for this murder of Stephen Mack. Now, when he was arrested for the state case, the feds were already investigating him for this murder. So what happened was the feds put a confidential informant in his cell, and they got recordings of him confessing everything, labeling exactly how he murdered Stephen Mack, labeling who he did it for, giving the whole operation, how he picked up who he was going to do it with. This man told it all, and the feds got everything on recording.
Well, they ain't got nothing but time in there, right? So,
prison for this gun case, they were already investigating Montgomery for the murder of Stephen Mack. So they put a confidential informant in the same cell as him, and he was wired up. He had a recording device, and he was recording all the conversations they was having with Montgomery, and Montgomery confessed everything they needed to know. Everything. The paperwork says, while in state custody, Montgomery Wilson discussed Stephen Mack's murder with his cellmate, who, unbeknownst to him, had agreed to assist the government by recording their conversation. As discussed below, during his recorded conversation with the confidential source, Montgomery Wilson detailed how him and Powwow murdered Stephen Mack to collect a cash bounty from a Chicago-based rapper, Individual A, which is Lil Durk. So he goes, I told on Mike, we pulled up, nigga, his homie calling his phone, his homie and blank, we pull up to the lot, they tell us, man, there's an armed security. I'm like, cool, on Mike. So they say on Mike, which is like, you know, like they merchant it, right? So it's like on God. So on God, I tell Marley Ninja, you ain't gotta do nothing. Keep a security guard off us. On my dead niece, you ain't gotta do ish. So he's telling a story like, yo, he's just a super killer, brother. He's telling, dude, man, bro, I'm gonna do this all by myself, bro. I got it. Right? So you get the dude, you know, orders, which is, yo, keep the security.
You gonna do that time all by yourself too, boy. If you don't die before it, you gonna do that time all by yourself too. I hope you got the same energy.
Office. So we pulled up on Mike. We waited there like 20 minutes. I'm on FaceTime video with Lil Fred and they, man, keep us on FaceTime. I want to hear the shots. I want to hear this ish. So whole time, yo, these dudes is treating a real body as if it's like a television series. Hey, yo, I want to hear the murder, bro. Bro, what type of killers are y'all? I want to hear this ish. Ninja ain't even supposed to made it that far, Ninja.
That's
Only
crazy
reason he
word.
made it that far, folk, I had that big ass gun. Bro, he talking about, bro, I'm usually a precise killer, bro. I usually, bro, get them down immediately, bro. He was only able to run and
It's
make that
over
far because
for
the
him.
gun was too heavy, bro. I had to run and chase it, bro. I'm usually too short when bro, you gonna die under that prison, bro. You not getting out of this?
Literally, bruh. That's perfect explanation. A perfect way to say it. They're gonna bury you under the jail, bruh. You know? Goodbye. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like you want to cry and all that now because you sound like you're tough here. Alright? Like, comment, subscribe, turn the post notification bell for your boy. Let me know what you think about this down below. Would they get Durk? Would they put him in jail forever? Or would he beat the case? Let me know what you think.